Hey guys, Johnny Nerd out here. Today I want to talk about a question that I don't necessarily get asked, but in a roundabout way I get asked, and it's what's the lowest amount I should be spending on an e-bike? So let's say you're buying a click and ship pre-made e-bike. What's the least amount I should be spending so I know I'm getting a good deal? And it's so hard to answer because quality ranges all over the place. And a lot of people mark up their bikes 300%. Even the big name brand ones do. So it's really hard to say, but a good rule of thumb is you got to take each part of the bike by itself. You know, if you're buying a whole e-bike for $500, you know something about it is going to be bad. They had to cut corners somewhere. So if you take a battery, you want to get a good quality battery that's not going to catch your house on fire, that was well made. Even for a very small capacity battery, that battery should set you back about $250 for a very small capacity battery, like a 400 watt hour battery. Should be a minimum $250. The motor, let's just say $300. That's for a cheap hub motor bike. So now you're automatically at $550 just for the motor, motor controller and the battery. Now the bike, if you've ever ridden a bike from Walmart off the shelf for $130 and you've gone to your local reputable bike shop and ridden their even most cost-effective bike at say $400 or $350, you'll notice a screaming night and day difference. So I would strongly recommend don't buy a $140 bike to put the $550 worth of equipment on. I would say the bicycle should be at least $350 worth. So you got $550 plus $350 is $900. That would be the absolute lowest, and that's not including any margin for installing stuff. So realistically, you want to be looking at about $1,000 for the cheapest pre-made click and ship bike. I would not spend less than $1,000 unless you were just really in a tight spot and you didn't really care about quality whatsoever. You just needed a bike to get from A to B and you're going to try to sell it really quick. Or, you're really hard up on cash. Like really, really, really hard up on cash. Other than that, $1,000, and that's going to get you a pretty low performance, low range, low power. You're not going to get hill climbing out of a low powered hub motor bike. And at $1,000, I would really strongly suggest you look at converting a bike, going on Facebook Marketplace, get a $350 bike that was $350, get it used for $175 and spend $700 on a conversion kit, build it yourself for well under $1,000 and have something that performs much better. Now that's $1,000, like I was saying, for the pre-made e-bike that is just cheapest of the cheap. Where I think a lot of people get into trouble is they want to get like a specific bike, like a hunting bike or a comfort cruiser, and then it starts to become unknown what this bike should cost. And if you're curious about that, check out my playlist on what these bikes should cost, where I take bikes, or my wife takes bikes and gives me the specs and I break down what it should cost realistically. And some of them are pretty much on the mark, including like a healthy margin for them. Some are off the charts. I have no idea what they're thinking. But yeah, hunting bikes definitely are the biggest margins I would / rip off. These manufacturers are buying them for $2,000 to $3,000 on the high end, and then they're reselling them for $6,000 to $8,000, which is crazy for what you're getting. You could buy them directly from China, from the manufacturer, instead of buying them from like a brand. So that's another option. And I'm talking $1,000 for buying them from a brand here. If you want to save more money, you would have to buy them directly from the manufacturer in China. But that is a jungle that you need a machete to just cut through all the bureaucracy on who actually is the manufacturer. Go on forums. Please don't ask me who the real manufacturer is for these things because I don't know. It's so hard to keep track of this stuff. I don't deal with the pre-made e-bikes. I deal with custom e-bikes. Because I just think it's far superior, way more efficient, etc., etc. So yeah, if you know somebody who's looking at buying a bike, try to help them do some more research, figure out whether or not it's a good deal. Generally, $600 to $700 for motor and battery is what it should cost. If you're getting a huge range, up to $1,000 for motor and battery, super high power. You could go on my website and price out what a motor and a battery should cost. And then add on the cost of a bike. You could say, all right, well, it's $1,000 for a motor and a battery. This place is charging $2,500. So is this a $1,500 bike? A $1,500 bike should buy you an amazing bike. So $2,500 e-bike, if you're buying a click and ship, should buy you an amazing e-bike. Whether it's a fat tire bike, hunting bike, very specific bike. So hopefully that helps you. If you guys have further questions about this, go to johnnynerdOut.com, go to book a consultation. I'd be more than happy to help you find the exact bike you want, whether you want to build it yourself or if you just want to click and ship, get a bike that you don't have to worry about, you get a warranty, all that stuff. I could help you select a bike. Either way, go to johnnynerdOut.com, book a consultation. I hope you get squared away. I hope you make sense of this crazy jungle of an e-bike industry we're in. All right, thanks guys. See ya.